Hello gentlemen, in today's video from WARNO, and surprisingly, today we'll play first, maybe I should say, I will play first solo mode operation added with the latest Salt patch. We got two operations. One is Black Horse's Last Stand. It's of course the NATO side. Americans, as you can see, the flag, and Red Juggernaut, which is of course the Warsaw Pact. Uh, I've already played twice Black Horse's Last Stand. It's really short. On Rookie, I would even say it's quite boring on Rookie because there is no so many units on the map, so Uh, well, you will see anyway. On train, it's more enjoyable, but still nothing special, I can say. It's really short, so maybe that's the reason. But you will see. Uh, let's read the mission description. Fulda was lost within a day. The 11th Black Horse Armored Cavalry Regiment defended valiantly, but the full might of the Soviet 8th Guards Army proved too much for the American screening force. By mid-morning the next day, a bruised 111th ACR, which stands for Armored Cavalry Regiment, had fallen back through the Kinzig Valley to the small town of Bad Orb. Pursued by the Soviet 39th Guards Motorized Division, it was here the squadron was ordered to block the quickest route to the critically important city of Frankfurt and the heart of 5th Corps. Until local Bundeswehr reinforcements could be mustered, the 111th was on their own, with limited ground and air support. Bad Orb had to be defended for as long as possible, and against overwhelming odds. Uh, I don't think it's overwhelming odds. You will see. Okay, so I will play on trained. Yeah, I think a light can be too much. I'm not the expert, so that's for sure not for me. Let's go with elite. No, trained. I'm sorry. Uh, we have quick operation brief. Department of the Army, CENTAC, 5th Corps HQ, Frankfurt. 22nd June 1989, 11:15 UTC, Oport 0658. Commander, the Soviets are advancing on Frankfurt through the Kinzig Valley. Reorganize the scattered forces of 111th ACR and make a stand. We need to resist the enemy spearhead for as long as possible. By the way, 111th, it means it's 11th Armored Cavalry Regiment, and the 1 stands for, I believe, the battalion. So that's 1st Battalion of 11th ACR, which is Armored Cavalry Regiment. I mean, I'm not sure. I'm not a specialist, so I would say I'm wannabe. So uh, that's my guessing. Let's go forward. First point. Our intention is to fix the enemy near Bad Orb while assembling a counterattack force in the rear. Second, to achieve this, defend against the Soviet attack formations for a maximum duration of time. Redeploy your command unit Saber 6 and establish an HQ in Bad Orb. Hold your ground, retreat to Bad Orb only as a last resort. Defend Bad Orb until reinforcements arrive. Third point. The enemy Soviet 39th Guards Motorized Division is in the lead, so expect the latest T-80 main battle tanks, mechanized infantry with BMP support, and helicopter gunships. Fourth, the forces available to you include remaining units of 1st Battalion of 11th Regiment ACR, if that's correct. B. An element of 810 Thunderbolts RAF 1 and 2 to provide closer support. Brrrt. Yeah, that's what A10 is. Local West German reserves VKK 431 joining you as soon as possible. VKK, I don't really know what it stands for. I believe it's something related with folks, and then I don't know. It's kinda territorial defense or national guard, something like that, or well, they are reserve forces, so it's not really that, I believe, but I think they can represent similar value as territorial defense, but I can be wrong. And a quick look on the map, you can see the Fulda. So we have 3rd Battalion of 11th ACR against 117th Regiment of 39 Guards Motorized Division. So, by the way, 2 lines means battalion, 3 lines. I mean, it's a I don't know. I should say it lines, but that symbol represents the regiment. The X represents the brigade, or at least for NATO. That's how it works. I think it's similar for the Warsaw Pact on that map. So you can see the artillery brigade here. Mm, infantry regiment against the cavalry battalion, the north. Again, we have the artillery brigade as a support. We have the infantry regiment against the 2nd battalion of 11th ACR, and we have another infantry regiment against 1st battalion of 11th ACR, and in the rear, you can see armored regiment from 39 Guards Motorized Division. So that's basically all. Let's proceed. Let's not waste much time. Okay, so we have 3 tabs. First one is, of course, the 1st Battalion of 11th ACR. It consists of Troop HQ, so we have Lieutenant Colonel Rojas, which is basically that beautiful command vehicle, which doesn't do anything. I mean, it captures objectives. Engineers dragons with, or I should say, engineers with the dragon. One M47 Dragon, ground-to-ground missile. 5 supply trucks. Then we have the 1st tank platoon with Sergeant Haynes in M1A1 Abrams, alongside 2 M1A1 Abrams. The difference between them, you can see, it's a command tank and that's a normal tank. And 2 M3A1 Bradleys with TOW and the Bushmaster autocannon. Then we have the 2nd tank platoon, Sergeant LeBlanc, similar to the 1st tank platoon. Next we have the recon platoon, Sergeant Vance, and here we have 1 Humvee with Mark 19 grenade launcher, 40mm grenade launcher, 2 scout squads in the Humvee, and 2 tank destroyers M901A3 ITV with TOW-2 ground-to-ground missile. That's quite nice unit. I'm just wondering whether it's in recon platoon. I'm not sure about that, but anyway, that's completely fine. And as air defense platoon, we have Sergeant Small with 4 pivots and 2 Stingers. By the way, they are transported by M113. Okay, so that's about 1st Battalion of 11th ACR, and then we have those folks, territorial defense or German reservist. We have the Führung, 1st Lieutenant Ferenbach. So we have the Jägerführer with Carl Gustav M2. We have the Sicherungs, and that's interesting trait. It's a security. This 2nd line infantry unit is only lightly equipped for combat, tasked instead with patrolling and securing the rear. These soldiers guard against enemy saboteurs and filtration attempts. Security units increase their optics and identification levels to good when not moving, similar to recon units, although they remain an infantry squad. Okay, that's an interesting trait. I I haven't seen that before. We have 5 more supply truck, beautiful Mercedes trucks. Of course, they are not beautiful. We have Erste Zug, which is the recon unit, but also the reservists. So unsteady units take more suppression in combat. As you can see, they are equipped with MP5A3. Nothing special, to be honest. And we have, by the way, they are commanded by Sergeant Fernenbach. And we have the Jägers. Uh, they have at least Panzerfaust and MG3, so slightly better unit. Maybe not even slightly, it's just better unit, but I don't feel like we are going to use them at all. Then we have the Zweite Zug, Sergeant Kraft, basically the copy of the Erste Zug. Then we have the Artillery Gruppe. It's a Gruppe or Gruppen? Gruppe, okay. 120mm mortars. That's something definitely worth consideration. Of course, in the multiplayer, static mortars aren't that useful because they can be easily counter battery and destroyed. So maybe in the early game for 45 points, maybe that's some choice, but yeah, worth consideration at least in the solo campaign. And we have the Flag Gruppe. Sergeant Flegel, oh, I should mention Sergeant Jung is commanding the Artillery Gruppe, and Sergeant Flag Gruppe with FK-20, 20mm Zwillinge. So that's an air defense unit, as you can see. Oh, it can also hit ground targets. Of course, the range is smaller, but yeah, if we need them, uh, again they are static, so hmm, they are worse than pivots, and they cost basically the same because it's 55 in total together with the truck. So anyway, the last thing we have is air support, which is 2 A-10s Thunderbolts anti-tank. They are equipped with AGM-65D Maverick infrared bombs. They are damn good. I'm not gonna lie. They are really, really good. Also the Gatling, our lovely Brrrt, or whatever, and 2 AM-9M infrared air-to-air missiles. So that's really solid, but whether we will use them or not, it depends. I don't I don't think so. I haven't used them so far, playing that mission twice, so we will see. Anyway, let's jump into the mission. I've already spent too much time talking. And that's a nice picture though. I really like it. Of course, we didn't have Third World War, so everything is imagination of authors. But it's really cool. I'm not gonna lie, it's really cool.
You must protect it at all costs.
Yeah, basically they say the same stuff.
You can deploy ground and air reinforcements.
So let's listen
from
them.
the German Territorial Army are also on their way to Bad Orb to support us.
Yeah, territorial army.
So
yeah, like territorial defense.
The enemy will engage you as soon as you deploy
I think that's a 2S1 Gwoździka.
Armor, mechanized infantry,
that's
and
probably it.
Support.
I'm not
Organize your defense as best you can, and most importantly, hold Bad Orb.
Yeah,
Good
hold
luck,
Bad Orb. Okay. Can we start? Yep. So here we have the information, the command zones, logistics. You won't be able to call or sell units until Bad Orb is in your control. Once this happens, fresh ground units and air support will be available. So basically, that little boy, I think it's a Saber 6, has to travel to Bad Orb here to allow us to deploy more units. So we have 650 points available, and those are units available for us. So we cannot use the German territorial defense, neither air support. So we rely on 1st Battalion of 11th ACR, and we can deploy definitely not Lieutenant Colonel Rojas. We don't need it. I don't know even why is there. I mean, what's the What's the usage of that guy? That mission? Huh. That's interesting. Okay, let's start with the Abrams. I think so. I've played it twice, and in both cases, enemy attacked me through the middle road. So I believe they will do the same again. So I will set up my Abrams here. It has nice line of sight uh, towards that road, and that's a crucial point we should be focused on. I will go for second Abrams also, and I will set up him either there or I think I would like to, just in case if they try to attack from the left side, uh, will it be in range of the tank gun? Yeah, of course it will be. So yeah, that can work fine. It's very similar line of sight. Yeah, it is. Okay. We have 170 points to spend, so let's go for Stinger and let's just put them into that building. I don't think we really need scouts. Uh, let's go for pivots. So I will set up pivots there, and I think I have 55 more points. What I would like to do? Oh, I'm thinking about the supply truck or the second pivots. Supply truck could be worth it. Like set up one supply truck here and one here, or maybe let's just go with another pivots because why not? The range for helicopters is 2400 meters, and as I see, that should be decent position for them. Okay, let's go for it. So we have two pivots, one Stinger. So I think, well, not really. I will change it. So I will go for the supply truck here and the supply truck there. And that's my idea for this game. Last time I had 0 losses. I believe we will be able to do that again. But we will see. It depends on the AI. Okay. So, gentlemen, Hoover is coming to Bad Orb. Artillery is trying to hit us. Boom. It's quite inaccurate. I don't really know whether they are able to really hit us. Like, it's of course it's scripted, so I really have no idea. How does it work? Okay. No, they are doing better than the last time. Yeah, at least Mi-24 hit our Abrams, but it's full HP, so... though, the Stinger is missing his shots, so... That's a shame, man. That's a shame. Oh, yeah. Finally, Abrams got some damage. Can we check that somehow? Not really. I believed it was just a minor damage. Okay, so now we should wait. They will try to attack us once again. And I think in total 4 attacks. As far as I remember, I'm not sure. You can see that he's coming to Bad Orb and it's quite close. It's funny because he will take that route first and then turn into Bad Orb. But he could get into Bad Orb much quicker, but it really doesn't matter, so at least we will get more points. Yeah, there's second Mi-24, I believe. Or yeah, it's Mi-24. There are also Mi-8s, so he's waiting for vehicles to come. And we just sit. We can observe. By the way, that's our beloved death row. map. Is that death row? Or no, Vertigo is different. That's a death row, right? I think so. So yeah, I really like that map, so I feel comfortable. But we just need to wait. Nothing is happening. Yeah. Bravo objective has been captured, and now Bad Orb is getting captured also. Which is really nice. And Mi-20 is stacking, and Stinger hit his first shot, which is beautiful. And now Pivats is dealing with him. Fantastic. Let's not waste time. Let's deploy one more Abrams with the nice line of sight of that on that main road. We have 135 more points, so I think I would like to go for the pivots. One more pivots, why not? Here we have 80 points left, so I would like to get Stinger here into that building. And that's all. We have 20 more supplies, but 24 more points, and we could bring M35 supply truck, but we don't really need it. We still have some supplies left here. Where is my Stinger coming? Okay. Hello, man. Please go there. And the vehicle you can set up somewhere there. It doesn't really matter, to be honest. Okay. Yep. Everything is fine. MIAMT coming. It's it's again waiting for the ground vehicles. That's a support, by the way, and it's also the transport unit, so it shouldn't be scary. I believe Stinger will deal with it easily, also with the support of the pivots. We have more points, so we could think about maybe the tank destroyer somewhere there. Why not? To control that entrance, just in case, because we don't know what AI will do. I believe it's scripted and AI always do the same, but just to make sure. Just to make sure. Uh, but yeah, that's how that mission looks like. So yeah, we could bring also territorial defense or not yet. No, reinforcements in 5 minutes and 50 seconds. So in 5 minutes and 50 seconds we can bring in Volks something. So German territorial defense basically. And I believe we will not do that. We have already 750 points and we need 2500. So it will take some time still. Uh, yeah, we have more points available. Maybe we could do something. I don't know. I'm wondering. But do we really need to do anything? We could bring in pivots here. Maybe, maybe there. Why not? It's only 55 points. Okay, Stinger missed first shot. What about the second shot? Boom. Yeah, it hit. And rest is for the pivots. Enemy forces coming. Whoa. Yeah, first shot against our Stinger team in the building. That's a BRM1 and the T-80B. So yeah, they are trying to hit us. Okay, BRM is down and now it's T-80. Boom. Thank you and goodbye. I would like to bring uh, Abrams, but it's a Corporal Haynes. Well, wasn't that Sergeant Haynes? Well, it's Corporal Haynes. That was Sergeant, I believe. Corporal Fehrenbach? No, they were sergeants. Either I'm stupid or it's something wrong here. I'm sure it was sergeant. I will double check it. That's interesting. Anyway, it doesn't matter, but that's a bug. If that's corporal and it was sergeant before. So, yeah, I want to have one more Abrams. Not sure where to set up him. Maybe there. So it should give veterancy to pivots, to Stinger, and to the Abrams in front of him. Let's do it. We could bring in scouts. Do we want to do that? Do we? I don't think so. What about the Stinger? Okay, it's still 6, but it would be nice to bring supply truck since it's only 6 rockets. It's always nice to have something. And maybe I would like to bring in pivots here. Yeah, just to keep it a little bit back. That looks good. Boom. Yeah, and that's how it's going to look like for the rest of that mission. You can see the graveyard of Russian vehicles. Looks beautiful. Here is T-80 without the turret. That's understandable. Yep. Okay, we have 120 more points. Do we want to bring in anything or wait for one more Abrams? Uh, in 30 seconds we can buy just standard Abrams, not the command tank. So I don't know. We could also bring in tank destroyer, but do we really need it? Also, the engineers are useless as far as I know, despite the fact they have trait shock. Shock units inflict more suppression when fighting at close combat ranges, including woods and urban terrain. Oh, I'm sorry. Not really interested in that. But I see that my Abrams is damaged, and that's something very bad. And we can finally sell the supply trucks. So that's really cool feature. It was added with the latest patch as far as I know. Uh, Probably you've noticed that a lot of times we just gather empty supply trucks or vehicles in one place and they are not doing anything. Also, we can send them into the front line and trying to waste ATGM resources of the enemy, basically ammunition in general. But it's good that we can finally sell them and receive back some points. So that's really cool feature. That should be added way before, but that's okay. We finally get it. And I would like to get one more Abrams. Why not? And so far we didn't, we haven't, we haven't lost any unit, which is really nice. Which is really nice. It has beautiful line of sight at Abrams. As you can see from that perspective, it can control all that road till the slope here, the downhill. So we cannot see the rest of it, which is just accurate, of course. Okay, another T-80B.
This is VKK 431. We await your orders.
Yep. So we can bring in German territorial defense, but we won't do it. Because we don't need to, of course. We have a lot of points. Yeah, let's bring in trucks, supply trucks. It's empty already, to sell it. Boom. Goodbye. That pivot is definitely bored. One more Abrams? Yeah, sure. Why not? I don't know why I need it, but yeah, let's just deploy some units.
Be careful. Enemies nearby.
We don't need we don't really need them, but let's just do it. Yep. Boom. My god. That graveyard gets bigger. So yeah, as you can see on the trained difficulty, that mission isn't a challenge. Unfortunately, I think it should be a little bit harder, at least on the trained. I think on rookie it's completely fine if it's that simple, but on the trained it should be harder. I don't know how it's on Elite. I will try it,
Success, sir. The enemy attack is
and we'll
petered out.
see.
We held the line.
I mean,
Saber
if
6
I
out.
if I do again it with 0 losses, then well, that's quite off balance. But anyway, yep, that was the first mission. Pretty cool. 0 losses, yeah, again. So that's really nice. It took 12 minutes, so yeah, it's really short, but it's a good introduction to the game, I think. So kills and losses, you can see that most of the kills were made by one Abrams and second Abrams also. I'm also wondering whether those names match the match what we have seen before. Okay, we got some points. Yep, let's exit that mission, and that's basically all for the Black Horse's last stand. Next time I will give it a try. I will give Red Juggernaut a try. We will see how that mission looks like. Duration is medium, so I believe it will last for 20 or so minutes. I'm not a huge fan of playing on the Russian side, or I should say on the Warsaw Pact side. But it's also nice to try it. So that's all for today. I hope you enjoy it and see you in the next video. Goodbye.